Hello and welcome back to From Rags to Riches. So we're on our way to do a spraying contract, a little fertilising contract with the Hardy sprayer. We've actually got 3 fields to do with this machine. Chap who owns field 15 has got 2 other ones we need to do with it as well. We've just got this field in here on the left to do first. Shouldn't take too long with this sprayer, hopefully. If we don't have enough fertilise, the other 2 fields are down near our yard. We actually have field point in our yard for fertiliser, which is good. So let's get this unfolded. Haven't actually used this yet. That's quite a wide machine. Hopefully it's going to fit in places on this field. Putting 4-wheel steer and make it a bit easier for us. Get that boom down nice and low. Pre-emergent spray on here. Pre-emergence meaning it's before the crop germinates. Let's crack on and get this field done. Once we've been around the outside of the field once, there won't be a lot left in the middle of it somehow. Switch the speed this one travels at. It's going to be a tight squeeze. Might hit that hunting blind or tree on the other side. Let's swing that round a bit there. It's a big sprayer for this field. I know I missed a bit in that corner there, hopefully that'll be alright. I'd rather miss a bit than hit something with this. So lift those booms up a bit on here. Ideally they're supposed to be about 50 centimetres above the target, or in this case the field. Given the terrain on here, I think we got other problems with this. Spray's a bit on the wide side for the field terrain. It's actually, the booms are bottoming out on it, so it hasn't got contour following on it. Certainly won't take us long to get over here by the looks of it. It's going through the fertiliser at quite an alarming rate. Actually, the deal of doing this is we've got to pay for that ourselves. If there's anything left in the sprayer when we finish, we'll get reimbursed for it. And we've got this crop field to do. There's a field of grass to do down near our yard. And another arable field down near the yard needs doing with this. We have to do them all before we return the sprayer. One thing we were warned about, don't return the sprayer until we've done the whole lot or someone else will take it. Certainly a bit quicker than one of the tractor mounted ones, that's for certain. I don't think there's going to be too much left in the middle of this once we've just finished around the headlands here. Stop short of that pole. That's that soil field we just see over in front of us, which is one of the ones we've got to do. Which looks an interesting terrain for a machine this size. Hope that won't cause us any problems. There really isn't going to be much left at all by the looks of this. Boom's a lot higher than what I'd like to have them, as I said, with the ground terrain on here. They're going to have to be. Getting some monstrous spray drift problems in real life with this. Spray drift being where the wind blows the spray droplets away. Quite a serious little problem to have, that one. And expensive if you get it too far wrong. Down a bit there, a bit more level up this end. There we go, that's what headland done. About one through the middle. Certainly a quick way of getting over the field. I'll put the HUDs back up in a minute. Just wanted to get a couple of screenshots of this. So I'll leave that up so you can see there's been no foul play with the money on here. We just have to come back up again by the looks of it. Just check the contracts page once we've done this one. Looking at the level of fertiliser we are going to have to refill. Given the amount of money we're going to earn off this, it's not a major problem. At least we get reimbursed for anything left over. There's not even going to be enough left in there to do the next field, I don't think. It's got good visibility with the booms on the front. Don't see many sprays like this over here in the UK. I'm not a big fan of this type of spray with boom on the front. Because wherever if you have to get out in a hurry, you're going to be walking through spray residue. For any reason you can't reverse up first, you've got all the spray blown back into the cab as well as you go down the field. So it's good for boom visibility, but not so good from other points of view. Right, let's get this folded up. Put it back into two-wheel steer. I'll get this back to our yard and fill up with spray before we do the next two fields. So off we go. Next two fields are a lot smaller than this, particularly field 4. Field 3 is the biggest of those two. They've both got interesting hills in them from what I've seen. All these contracts together are worth quite a bit of money to us. So it's worth our while just doing them. Certainly wouldn't want to meet anything coming down the road towards us with this. It's a bit on the large side. We've still got another combining contract to do yet for someone. I won't be recording all of that. I've already done one harvest contract. Just record snippets of that one for you to see. Look forward to getting a contract cultivating or drilling something along those lines. Should be a good way to earn some money as well. You may look at putting a new seed point in our yard down here to help with that, which is a little bit cheaper to run than the ones we've already got fitted in here, what came with the farm. I believe our fertiliser tanks are somewhere around here from memory. So yeah, they're there. Haven't checked to see if they actually function. Just hoping they do. Yeah, we're white. So that's going to cost us. That does fill up quick though. Oh, there's nearly £10,000 or £10,000 worth of fertiliser gone in there. It's a good job we get reimbursed for that. So let's have a look here. So we've just done that one. Oh, sorry, that one. No, that one. Get the right one in a minute. So it's just reimbursed us for all that fertiliser we've put in. It's interesting. Let's see what it does with this one. So which one are we going to now? Field 3 and field 4. So field 3 is that one there, and field 4 is cotton. I thought that was grass. Obviously not. So let's make our way to field 3. So look where we've got to go for that. Literally out through the back of our yard. Let's just have to spin around the yard. Trying to catch the sprayer on anything as we do. Won't go down well with the least piece of machinery damaging it. It's a bit tight round here for something this size. I don't think we'll hit anything. We can go through this way to it. Should go under the bridge alright. So this will probably be one of the first fields we look at buying actually. I'm hoping that'll fit under the bridge. Bit tight, but that's there. This will be the field, I believe. Just put the little map up and check. Yeah, we're right. So unfold again. Put the back and four-wheel steer. Zip over this field. Once we've collected all this lot, you'll see why I want to do them. Hoping this will work, but we can use the same sprayer. Yep. Soon whiz across here. How quickly we done the first one was key to that. That's a bigger field. I know you wouldn't normally turn with the sprayer running in real life. It's very, very bad, shall we say. As you turn, as I do round here, the outside of the boom is going a lot quicker than the inside. So the right hand side is turning a lot slower, which means that'd be overdosing with chemical or fertiliser, whilst the outside there on the left underdoses and misses bits. Doesn't give it as much. So whatever speed your wheel is doing, you multiply it by the distance to the outside edge as you turn. So for example, that'd be 18 times what your forward speed is doing if you had a 18 metres sticking out one side. It gives you an idea how much faster it'd be turning. You wouldn't want to be hit by it, put it that way. I believe this spray is 42 metres from memory. Obviously 25k is a little bit of a excessive forward speed for spraying. Certainly is here in the UK anyway. You wouldn't usually be spraying fields of this sort of terrain at that speed, put it that way. The boom suspension would never cope with it, making the adjustments to it quick enough. Wrong button. So that's exactly why you wouldn't go that sort of speed, because of the dips and hills and holes. If the boom catches, it pulls it, and unlike what just done in the game here, it'd actually break the boom. Whilst this is a nice sprayer to use, this isn't really the sort of terrain you would use it on without contour following. Contour following would mean that the booms can move up and down to follow the terrain of the hills. Missed a bit there, never mind. Swing it around to get that. You guess what I was up to there when I pushed the wrong button. Back that up so we don't miss that bit. And off we go again. Speedy spraying there. About another width of the sprayer in there. Let's try that again, what I was doing a minute ago. Let's try to get a decent screenshot. Swing in here, see if we can get all this in one, or whether we got a little narrow bit. We're going to get it pretty much in one. Small bit of that corner there. And that's that field sprayed as well. That just leaves that nice little field across the way there to do. Let's get ourselves folded up again. Let it move as the wheels come in. Certainly won't be able to do that standing still, that would damage something. Just leave it in four-wheel steer this time because it's not far to go to that field. Bit uneven terrain, but I think we can creep up the bank here between the trees. It's a fair old climb, but it's got there. I think this is going to be a booms right up field, this one. Look at that. Let's just have a look at our contracts page. So that one's now done as well. It's not reimbursed us for leftover fertiliser again, because we've already been paid for that. So we just got the cheapest one to do now. Yeah, you see what's going to happen if I don't lift that right up there. Away we go. So you wouldn't operate at this height in real life. This one certainly isn't going to take very long to spray. This is going to be the worst bit just through here. Into how the sprayer sits. Yeah, that's bottoming out there. You certainly wouldn't be riding along with it, riding on the booms like that in real life. There'd be a creak and a groan and a sound of metal snapping by that point. So it doesn't like this bit, that's for certain. We'll have to just do that a different way. Too far off the field. Just have to move ourselves over a bit and get that little corner. Sprayer's definitely too big for this field, that's for certain. Always thought this one was grass for the sheep yard, but obviously not. Definitely the right sprayer for getting over the ground quickly. I'll have to have a look, see if there's any other fertilising missions for this before we give it back. It's earning money quite quickly. Some of the fastest jobs we've done. This was only the contract vehicle for the first field we sprayed. But with the multiple contracts mod, I've kept it for the other fields, which should have had a much smaller sprayer with them, if I'd leased that. So 3 fields all sprayed with fertiliser in quick succession. So that's them 3. That one we lost. Field 21 needs fertilising. So field 21 is up here. I think we might be mad not to take that one on with this machine. Says we can use liquid, so we'll accept that as well. A quick run up there and get that field sprayed. It's not a very wide field again, so once around the headlands we'll probably do that. I think we've got enough fertiliser on board for it. Probably been better off going out the other end of that field. Never mind. Spray's fairly quick on the road. A fair trek up to where that field is, unfortunately, from down here. I've done it this way round because I knew we could fill up at our yard first to do those other two fields rather than buy any more at the shop. It's actually still in four-wheel steer at the moment, but it's behaving itself alright. We'll take a shortcut across the track up here on the right, next to the field we sprayed first, down the BGA. Get that one done. And let's really put some money in the bank account then. What we've done today. We've got a harvesting contract outstanding, but the fertiliser one seemed to pay a lot more money for less work. So we'll just cut up here, straight up this track. A little bit rough up here, but that's not such a big problem. So got the field trail left we done the first episode with solid fertiliser. That's everything on the map fertilised then for a little while. I think we'll take on as many of these fertilising contracts as we can if this spray is available. It'd be silly not to. We earned more money in the last half an hour than we could earn in a couple of hours doing the combining ones. I think that's this field just in front of us here. Which hopefully the sprayer will fit on okay. So there's a few odd shapes in here. Just double check again on our little PDA here. Field 21. Here we are. Let's unfold again. Well, this could be a bit of a tight squeeze in a place or two. Yeah. We'll find out very, very shortly. That ain't gonna fit through that gap very easily. We'll have to spray this as two fields by the looks of that. So that ain't going through there. The best will in the world, that ain't gonna fit through there. Not so, keep spraying. That's what I thought. At least this sprays in both directions. Just turn around and get that little corner up here. Have to try and get through that gap again then. Used to love fields like this in real life for doing work on. You've got woods in the middle of them and awkward corners. So when you get small fields with something like 15 corners in them, you get a bit monotonous and painful with big equipment. So we'll go around here. See if we can just back round, find our way out here somehow. Without hitting the hunting blind or the trees. just have to fold up, we shall see. Start that going anyway. It's getting a bit awkward to get around there. Have to have another little shunt. Hopefully this time we should be away. So we've got something else in the middle of this field yet. You can see down there. It's like manholes, that's not too bad. Rather a manhole than a pylon. And the manholes are a bit painful on the field on the farm I used to work on, when you got a line of them across the middle of a 10-11 acre field. It's alright for some things, but when you put potatoes on there, it's a bit of a nuisance. Harvesting them and de-stoning. This field I don't think it's going to take too long to spray. Getting over the ground fairly quickly on here. As long as there's enough fertiliser, so we don't have to buy any more. Handy thing is we're reimbursed for that, what we put in there. I've thought about it, probably should have done that after one of the other fields as well, to see if it done the same thing again. And we've got one pylon down here. It's handy. So we don't need to get down both sides of it. If we ever get to owning this field, we're grassing around that thing. That sort of thing used to annoy me enough in real life. Oh, it's handy. The pylon doesn't have a collision on it. That surprised me. Well, that's really realistic, I know, but we'll just sort of skate over that little incident there. If only you could do that to electricity poles and pylons in real life. Have holographic ones. Won't be too much left by the time we've been round here this once. Then we'll cash in. Look forward to seeing this lot go into our bank account. And then they have enough to buy our first piece of machinery off field, I would imagine. I think we may go machinery first. Not too sure on that. I think what we can earn the most money from. Trouble is we buy a field yet, we haven't got any machinery, which means we'd be leasing everything. We might be better off buying machines first, run it as a contract operation, then working our way up to fields. So at least we could earn money back with the machinery if we bought it. Which we certainly wouldn't be able to do with the field, we'd be losing money. There's no way we'd be earning money on fields if we were leasing machinery. We wouldn't be making enough off the crops sold off. We'd be having to lease drills, sprayers, cultivators, tractors, combines. Just isn't going to be worth it. Unfortunately, not at the moment. If we go down a tractor route, we'd be able to start and build our way up. We might not do it yet, we might just build up enough money to get a better tractor first. It'd be one thing having a tractor, it'd be buying everything to go with it. Just yet. Tractor, fertiliser, spreader or sprayer would be a good purchase, but if we can lease this sprayer, do a big block of fields again with it at some point, it's a bit of a no-brainer to keep doing it this way. nearly up to about 35 minutes at the moment. We'll see how much money we're gonna earn doing this. It could be the most profitable 35 minutes we'll ever have on this map to start with. I usually aim for about 20-25 minutes for a video, but we'll just make this one a little bit longer again. I think it'll be worth the extra. We're earning enough money to do crops. It says the contract is finished, but we'll just finish the whole field. Don't like leaving bits. It's going back anyway, and we've been paid for the fertiliser, so it's not a big deal to use it all. We've already been reimbursed for it. Right. Let's get that folded up. Stop that there. Let's get out of that. Quite a large machine, that one. So let's have a look at what we've managed to rake in. So, nearly 13,500 there. We'll have that. That one we've still got to do. 17,700 there. We'll have that one. 6,215 there. That's who reimbursed us for the fertiliser we hadn't used, unfortunately. So 18,949 there. That's taken us to £94,774. We're on 48,000 when we started, so we've earned about £46,000 for doing them fields, or thereabouts. So well worth doing. So, our Sparrow's vanished. So on that note, thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.